Right now, James, there has never been a bigger appetite to close the borders.
It's surreal, isn't it? I mean, it's like literally every anti-racist in the country is saying, yeah, no, sometimes it's wise to shut, but actually we're not shutting the borders to faceless foreigners, are we? We're shutting the borders to, club-class business travellers and Tory donors and people who can afford to visit the Caribbean for Christmas, or people who've got second homes somewhere sunnier. So it was never about controlling our borders. It was always about making life harder for some people in the hope of making unhappy people happier.
And with that mandate, in the face of that, right now they've got the strongest mandate of all time ever to close the borders, and they haven't.
So they never wanted to close our borders or control our borders. They just wanted to performatively discriminate against people born in other countries.
No, they knew there was an appetite for this sort of separation of people and there was wedges, division between people. Boris Johnson ran to the front of that queue and he goes, well, I'll lead this up. But this man does not believe one single thing that he says. He doesn't believe it. If he believed it, he'd have actioned it, and he'd have actioned it quickly. And he's had a year to action something like this, and he hasn't. So my question is really simple. It's to somebody who voted for this government to go into power and protect sovereignty and protect the borders, and if that was paramount behind your reason for voting. Right now, I voted Remain. I'm passionate about everyone, working together and collaboration, all of that. I'm saying shut the borders. There's an overwhelming mandate to shut the borders. Use the means that you've got at your disposal, Boris, to shut the borders. Otherwise, what are you doing? What is he there for?
And again, we find ourselves circling that question of whether or not it is a waste of both our times to actually speculate about sophisticated or detailed answers to this question and theories, and he's just sitting there on his hands doing naffle until it becomes impossible to ignore the issue, and then he might do something. So, keeping out unidentified foreigners who make a large net contribution to the country's economic health, that's a great thing. Keeping out a virus that's killing us at a rate no other country is currently enduring, that's controversial. That's apparently a tricky one. It doesn't make sense, does it?
It's just confusing. For me, it's confusing. I find that the misinformation that's out there, the fact that scientists, economists are being, disregarded, the advice from scientists.
Well, they're going with the news cycle. I can help you understand that. I don't want to patronise you, but it's all about the news cycle, and if the news cycle is a 24-hour win, it doesn't matter if the 11-month story is over 104,000 people dead.